I had ageratum in this pot here, but it was sitting under my potting bench all winter or all fall. So for some reason I forgot about it. So it's a really nice pot. But I need to bring it into the garage so that the soil will thaw out a little bit. Let's put that down here. Hi everyone. I'm in my garage today. A few days ago we talked about my tulips, my big tulip order. I have about over 300 tulips and daffodils that I ordered on sale from Tulip World because I was inspired by Bunny Guinness. And also, in fairness to myself, I had planted a bunch of tulips in my kitchen garden last February. And it's because we had such a warm spell, and I had ordered some, I think, in December of January online, another sale. And I was really inspired to fill up my raised garden beds that I have all my cut flowers in. I have 6 raised garden beds that are 4x8 in the backyard. But those few days of warm weather, I think I kind of missed the boat. We did have a warm day on Thursday, this past Thursday, and it went up to around 39, 40 degrees, but the wind chill factor made it super cold. So I instead filmed a video of starting my snapdragon seeds. So I'm in the garage today because I have a bunch of these containers that were sitting just outside my garage. You saw me haul them in earlier, and I just tried to look through my stash of things, and there's probably find some more, but as you can see here, I have a bunch of pots, and I have my Pro Mix, which I was really going to save for seed starting, but I have 2 bags of these 2 cubic foot bags. So thanks for joining me today. I'm just going to plant up a few of these containers and see how far we get into my 300 plus bulbs. This pot's a little bit shallow, but I'm going to go ahead and plant some of the smaller bulbs. I'm going to find some smaller ones. I did put a little bit of gravel and just pea gravel I found from my pathway there. I'm going to fill all of these up first and then start picking out some bulbs. I'm not filling it to the top because I'm going to put some more in here. Just want to put a little bit on the base, lay the bulbs down, and then cover it up with more soil. That's a good 2 inches in there. Let's see what we got. These are Princess Irene, and gosh, I think I only ordered 25 of these. So I think they would look really nice. These are a cool crystal fringe tulip. Oh, they're beautiful. Show you how pretty they are again. And some of these have already started to sprout. Oleole, I think, were the pink ones. Yeah, let's start with the cool fringe because they're not very big. I think some of the smaller ones. And typically you want to plant your bulbs at least 2 to 3 times the depth. So 2 to 3 times taller than this bulb. So this bulb is about an inch, inch and a half. So you want to put it in at least 3 to 4 to 5 inches deep. So I'm just, hopefully you can see here, I'll just plant them away and then show you a close-up before I put the soil. And I've done this for a few years now, and what I find is the tighter you plant them, the better they are. Just the more impressive it looks. Let's just pour them all in here and then arrange them. I think that's easier. It's handy having my little bistro set in the garage that's usually out in the patio. We usually bring it in so it doesn't blow away. So when I did my video about tulips in February, am I crazy? I was really pleased to hear that a lot of my fellow gardening friends said that I wasn't crazy. They had also planted in January or February, and some of these are not honestly that fresh, but I'm going to go ahead and plant them. I can feel a couple of them not being too fresh. If you do notice any that are rotten, like obviously rotten, like this one, let me see if we can zoom in. It's really not a good idea to plant it. It's much more comfortable to be indoors in the garage planting these up than in my raised beds, that's for sure. I just didn't think I had any more containers left. I mean, I know I planted up all my nice clay pots and my glazed pots, but, you know, why not use up these plastic containers? I'm glad I didn't get rid of them. So something I do have, I'm going to grab it. I'm going to add to the area so that it's a root starter, something that's recommended if you just want to help your soil out. But with this potting mix, it's already, let me just take a look at this. I'm just looking to see what kind of contents are in here. And so there's already some mycorrhizae in here, so I'm not going to have to supplement the soil, which is another great reason for using Pro Mix. And it has perlite, cocoa, basically has mycorrhizae, a wetting agent, ground limestone, coir, perlite, and sphagnum moss. So I'm not going to have to supplement the soil, which is great news, but I was going to supplement the soil in my raised beds because we were just putting additional topsoil and compost in my raised beds. And I tend to do that because my original soil that was in there was already fertilized. So I'm not, good news, going to have to add anything more to this mix. So that went really fast, 25 bulbs. Typically it costs anywhere from $1 to $2 a bulb, but in this case it cost me, you know, a third of the price, regular price, or even 25% of the total. So I saved anywhere from roughly 60% off. So there's a pot of 25, as you can see. And then I'm just gonna get my scooper out. So once I get these all planted up, I will take my watering can and water everything in nicely. And then I will leave them in the garage until spring. I mean, I do have my greenhouse, so early spring, once I do have some sprouts coming up, I'll probably transfer them into the greenhouse. I have a few pots there now, like that have the mini grape hyacinths. I don't think I have any tulips in the greenhouse, but I have those in there because those definitely like a cooling period, and I'm forcing them a little bit early. Oh, frozen. Let's get some hot water for that. Oh, this one's not bad. come over. No, I decided I needed to do these pots. Yeah. Do you want to really help?
Yeah.
I need my watering can filled with hot water.
Okay. Where's that?
In the greenhouse. So my stepdaughter just joined me in the garage and she wanted to help. So she's going to join me. We can make this little project go a little faster. So while we're waiting for her, we're going to fill this guy down here. So why don't we pick, these are purple stripe. They're called Flaming Flag Triumph Tulip. So where do you want to put these? I only have one package, so I thought we'll just mass it out. Yeah, it looks better just massed out. Basically, I'm just going to dump them all in, and then you can arrange them, you know, like as tightly and facing upright. We always face the bulb upright, as you know, and about, yeah, just a little bit. And then they can be pretty tight because you want to get them all in there. So what I do is I go in a circle, and then I go in an inner circle. And then these ones here, we have, these are yellow pomponette double tulip. Princess Irene are beautiful. They're like orange, two-tone orange, and then these are pink. Oh, these are my favorite, Akabono. So these ones we have, they're yellow. You might end up using a lot of these in these containers. So I think we'll do the Akabono in these big pots here. We'll put them around. Oh yeah, we have to look at height. So these are 12 to 24 inches tall. So we want to do the tall ones in the center, and then some shorter ones around the outer perimeter. This is pretty deep. I think I'm going to add some more soil here. Looks like I'm going to have to go get some more soil. We never have enough soil. Okay. Are they all spaced out nicely? Upright?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So we got to open this up. And you can take a giant scooper and scoop out. I'll set it here so you can reach in. Just going to do a costume change. I'm going to continue filling this one up because it's a little bit too deep. I was going to do a book review. I was hoping you guys would be interested in that. I talked about in my goals for 2025, and that was to get through more of my gardening books, and I was going to do a review with Klaus Dalby. But he is the guru of container planting and cottage gardens, and he talks about putting some gravel at the base of your containers. And I've done that for most of these because they've all held other pots before or plants before, so I didn't show that step. And he also someone else suggested putting some fine gravel directly underneath the bulbs if you want to leave your containers outside, because that reduces root rot. But in this case, they're all staying in the garage, so it's not really necessary to do that. So I'll just continue on. This one's nice and deep. I really like this one. And then I'm going to go ahead and fill up this one. Let's do that here. Here. I'm going to pour that in here too. I need to try and melt that frozen. Yeah, that's good. Okay, what I'm going to do is okay, so you can just put this beside you down below, and then you can take some soil. Okay, so here we are. She's got this container almost ready. So it looks like these pots, the diameter, how wide would that be? Probably about 18 inches, roughly, almost 2 feet. It fits a nice bag of 25 bulbs. Yeah, I got these bulbs on a super deal, so if there's the odd rotten one, it's okay. I mean, even the fresh ones I bought in the fall, it's okay. You can leave those in. No, that one's okay. I'm throwing them in anyway. And if they bloom, they bloom. If they don't, it's okay. So she's evenly spaced them. They're pretty good. And you can see some of them are sprouting right there. One's already sprouting. I feel better about this big purchase I made. We're able to put them in these containers. So we went back to the hardware store, my local Menards, and We got this version of Pro Mix that has the mycorrhizae in it, which is just like Pro Mix. And I topped over the tulips with these daffodils. So we're gonna have more or less like a lasagna effect on this big pot. I just wanted to share an update on my seedlings. I now have 2 sets of grow lights filled with trays that have my snapdragons, my sweet peas, some yarrow, and there's the first seedling coming out of the Colorado mix yarrow. That's so exciting. We also decided the other night to move in the grow lights from the greenhouse back into the guest room that holds my pansies that are still waiting to germinate under darkness with their trays. And that's the deep root tray for the sweet peas. Because I've decided I need to get another shelf unit for the greenhouse, and that is on order. Look at that. My chamomile has germinated. That's so exciting. Looks like I have a lot to thin out eventually. So I hope you enjoyed this video where we planted out some tulips in containers. I think I'll be able to use up the majority of the tulips. Sometimes we have to go with plan B if weather doesn't allow us to do what we planned. So thank you for joining me today.